Hello my little chickadee, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be doing your love story, a pick a card, and this is going to be also what I was specifically told was this is also a love story to kind of finding your highest version of yourself as well, because your partner, well, they represent that. They represent where you are in your life and at the time when you meet them. So we're going to be seeing what type of events are going to occur before you meet this person, how you can meet them. We're going to go into specifics about star signs and things like that. We're going to pull it back to 2023 and we're going to pull in some star signs and things like that. But we're also going to be looking into you and as a person and how you've evolved and things like that, because this is about you and that's what I like to do. So let's get started. We have 3 groups here. So we have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So let's get started. Let's start with your love story. Let's go. So let's start off with group number 1. Hello, group number 1, my little group number 1 chickadees. Oh my gosh, how cringe can I get? Right, so we're going to be seeing how you meet your future husband, your future wife. I do focus on marriage because that is what I personally believe in. This is going to be a future partner that you're going to be with hopefully for the rest of your life. So you guys chose the Prince of Arrows, and I really got drawn to this card. I think it's really, really beautiful. And I just love this like delicate energy that this card brings. So I feel like you are needing to kind of focus on that delicate energy right now. Really breathing into your feminine energy, just focusing on things that are light, even if things feel really heavy. I'm hearing it's not important. The heaviness isn't important. So because lightness is actually quite hard to concentrate on, that's why you'll need to focus on it. So let me just cleanse my cards. Okay, and release. Oops, release. Come down. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, we pray that this reading is very straightforward and clear and precise for group number 1. And we talk about their future partner with consent and compassion. Thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. Beautiful. Right, now I can really see. Let's have a look and see. Right, I see like a pathway that's being cleared for you and this person to meet. So you are probably somebody who is going through like quite a major life change, especially in your career. And I saw like Londoner. So if some of you guys are Londoners and you work in London, like this is specifically for you as well. And those of you who are wanting to maybe move to London, who want to get away from London, just saying about London, it could be London in America as well. I know there is a London in America, I'm pretty sure. But I just feel like concentrating on the path is the most important thing right now for you to attract this person in. I will always say this, and I say this with certainty, that you will meet your person. Whatever you do, okay, you will meet them, right? So if you ever feel, especially my women, I'm talking to you, if you're a woman, I know that sometimes life can get really uncomfortable and we disconnect from our feminine side, and sometimes we feel like we have to basically control everything and like we're in charge. A lot of the time, as if you feel like that, it's probably from your upbringing as well. But it could be for my men as well, but for my women, when you're in your masculine, it burns you out, okay? So with Londoners, as I see them as like hardworking, overworking, chronically working, and just feeling kind of out of your body. And that's what happens when we are in quite busy cities, okay? I know this is quite a specific message, but I will move on to other things. But I just want to say this, that if you're wanting to manifest a partner, make sure that you're in your best state to be in that energy. So basically what God is saying, he's saying, this is you, this is them. And if you are in a state of like being too masculine and you're masculine too much, it does take longer to meet your person, because especially if you are wanting somebody who's more on the masculine side and you're on the feminine, then being in your feminine will get you to where you need to be, and it will also make you the best version of yourself. If you are working in somewhere quite busy and you are, a hardworking person, it can be even more difficult because we're so disconnected from our heart. So the best thing that God is suggesting is he's suggesting like hobbies, and he's suggesting adding lightness to your day. So like anything to do with like moving your body, just like fun stuff that doesn't have an end goal and doesn't even have to be expensive. This is going to bring you towards this person and your highest self, because it's basically lightening your energy, lightening the load, and making you realize you don't have to focus on everything all the time. You're not having all that control. Okay. Right, let's pull some cards. So I just want to tell you specifically, for some reason I need to tell you what this card deck is. So this is the Lumen Edition Oracle. Okay, this is what I'm going to use. So let's see what wants to come through. Let me put my microphone down. Yeah, I'm hearing the hardworking woman, the hardworking man. This is for you. You guys are the perfectionists. You guys are the hard workers, the hard workers, like you guys. And what it is mentally, it's more mentally stimulating, your job. I don't think it's physically draining. Well, it is, but it's more mentally stimulating. So that's why, right? Thank you, Lord. That's such a good message. Sorry, I have my microphone all the way over here. What I feel like for you, my love, is to manifest this new person. And I will tell you your love story as well in a minute. But what I feel is, because your job is so head focused, you need to be in your body to release that energy. So if you've been working quite a lot and you have been overworking and you're overstimulated, get the fuck out your house. Get out your house, go for a run, go for a walk. I really feel like it's something that makes you get out of your head. Mine is running. I love running. Running is my favorite, purely because, well, it's just so freeing. But I get quite claustrophobic, and for some reason I just get claustrophobic being in the house so much. So it can really help. And also I'm ruled by Mars. I'm a Scorpio, so I got a lot of drive, if you know what I'm saying. Well, I don't do 18 plus readings for no reason. Right, let's have a look and see. Someone's doing a podcast. That's what I heard. Someone's doing a podcast. Right. Lovely. Okay, I love this. Yay! Okay. We're going to talk about you first. So we have Release and Paradox. Okay. First two cards out, which are beautiful. I love foiling. And then we have Share Wisdom and the Weaver in reverse. I don't normally get reversals. So is this a real reversal? They're saying yes, possibly. Okay. So what I feel is, it feels really good. Okay. So sorry, words. 3 moons ahead, like 3 full moons, I would like you to focus on rituals for the next 3 moons. I don't mean rituals as in like horrible, evil ones. I mean good ones that get you in your body. So this can be by the next full moon, I'm going to be working out every day. And I'm going to, on the full moon, do a really nice hard workout or look after myself. Like I feel like with the next 3 full moons, I feel like if you haven't got enough on your plate, I feel like it would be really good for you to have a little ritual that day to help you, but also leading up to that full moon. What this is doing is it's 1, giving you something to look forward to because maybe your life has been very stressful, and 2, it's creative play. It's creative play and it's realizing you have free will. Okay, so if you're not really a moon girly or a moon guy, I feel like the best thing for you to do is to pick something like a hobby you can do outside, so you're connecting with nature, but you're also having fun. So it could be something like even doing like frisbee, tennis, running, rock climbing, swimming. As long as it's outside, do it. Okay, I would like you to do that. That is my advice to you. Right, what I see is, oh girl, like there is a lot of like heavy energy, and I'm picking up a lot of women stuff, so I'm sorry if you're a guy. You're not a woman and you don't relate to this. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to like talk about both genders, but I'm talking about periods right now. There's something to do with your period. You are definitely shifting the way you interact with your body, and I just see like a release. So maybe you're on your period or your period time is soon, and I did feel like full moon energy is coming. Okay, we're done with that. Right, so anyway, so what I feel, my love, is we've got a release of energy here where it's like you are releasing this need to feel stressed with your daily routines. And I see by September, December, so within about a month, between 1 month to 5 months, I feel like big shifts will be happening. And to meet your partner, there is a few stages you're going to go through, and everyone's going to be different. It could be tomorrow that you meet them, but what I see for you, and we're going to be specific about where you meet them as well, it just feels like to me, the more just you focus on your love for yourself and the completion of just loving you and your wholehearted energy, that will be how you meet your person. That is how you meet them. That is how you do it. It's how you do it. Okay, it's how you do it, because you've got to be your most highest whole version of you at the time to then meet the next person that will be on that vibration, right? You got to move away from that old karma that kept you stuck in the first place to your ex or the last friends that you had. So I feel like your purpose at this moment is to focus on wisdom and sharing your words. So if you like poetry, if you like stories, if you are scared to speak up in groups, scared to speak up in meetings, with your friendships, with your other people in your life, you're being asked to speak your truth and share wisdom as much as possible. And you're being asked to speak with clarity. So this is a part of you that you're scared of seeing. And this part of you is your hidden fear of making an impact on people, and you're kind of scared of doing that. So I will say this is something that you are releasing now, and then things will come together. You see that circle around the tree? That's to do with your family coming in. So your partner will be your family, and if you are to have children with them, if you're able to, or it doesn't have to be biological. I do see kids for this group, for some of you guys. If that's something you're really wishing for, I genuinely do see that for you, especially like a farm as well. If you would like a farm, I do see that for this group. So the Weaver, you are not going to meet your person the way your friends have, okay? If you have friends that have partners, I don't see you meeting them the same way. My love, you're very different to your friends. Like, you're actually quite different. So you can't really compare yourself. I mean, don't compare yourself anyway, because it's the thief of joy. I literally got a card today, which I shuffled for myself, and it literally said comparison is the thief of joy. Yeah, it is. So I feel like for you to manifest your person, to become closer or connected to them in the future, is to focus on where, okay, I'm going to be really blunt. God says where you're going wrong. So where you are choosing people who aren't choosing you, that is a red flag for you, right? So there's a red flag that's saying, I love this person who's treating me really badly. Once you have experience with people who have treated you badly and you actually see what's going on, you're going to be done, and then your partner's going to come. Okay? Normally people say you get treated bad like the last person. You get like a last person who really kicks you. And then basically that's when you meet your person after that. And I do see that actually for a lot of you guys. So it's like a mystical person. Your person is very mystical. They have like a very light energy. If they're a woman, they have a very some of you guys, they are of Indian culture, Indian background, African background. There's so many different backgrounds. Obviously it could be literally any background, but the background of this person, they really embody it. And that's why they're so beautiful, because they really embrace their heritage. They don't have to really look even like their background. It's more about like how they embrace their DNA, basically. It's how they don't judge themselves for how they look and things like that. So you look like them. You look very similar. You have, I would say, pretty much the similar skin tone, similar hair type, similar hair texture. And you also are from a similar land. So even if you're from different countries, the ethics of that country would be similar. So for example, I am English, I am from England, and say if I go to somewhere like Germany, it would be very similar to England. In England, I would say, is quite similar to Germany in some way, obviously not in all ways, but in similar ways where they're very polite, they have quite strong. They don't like people who are rude. They have quite a gentle accent, things like that. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So it's like the underlying thing that you both have. You want to have that similar. You both have a very similar hair. Like really, I keep getting that similar hair, similar look. So how long is it to meet this person? So this is a really random number, but I feel like number 10 is coming through really strongly. I'm hearing God is saying to me, he's saying, pick me. He's saying, let me say it. He's saying, you need to complete the cycle before this person comes in. So it's like there's a cycle of abuse that you've gone through, and it's very subtle or obvious. It's basically like you could be even abusing yourself. You could be speaking really badly to yourself. You could be really hurting your body. It could be that you have a cycle of picking people who don't choose you. Jealousy. There's some really intense stuff going on in this group. There's some stuff that you don't want to talk about, like very shameful things, and it's normal, guys. It's very normal. This is normal stuff, okay? It's part of being a human being. It's just stuff we don't normally want to talk about. But if you want to work with me, I am looking at doing coaching. So if you ever think about doing that with me, please do. Let me know. Give me an email. But I do like intuitive coaching. I'm looking at doing that. But I also do readings. It's the same stuff. It's just more emotional based. So yes, I feel like your person is very intellectual, like I say, very mystical, very magical. They remind me of, like, I'm hearing mystical names like from like different films and TV shows, like Sabrina, Teenage Witch. I'm hearing like Mystic Meg, Agony Aunt, you know, like these sort of names. They're very like specific, and you're going to have really specific coincidences when you meet this person. Your person has utter respect for you, my love. Like, they literally kiss the ground you walk on, but they don't literally do that because that's weird, unless they have a thing for that. But they are so incredibly kind to you, and I think that's something that you're going to have to get used to, and you will get used to it. So that's why we have a release. Also, I'd like to talk about the paradox card. This is a very interesting one. This is basically, I'm seeing two versions of you. One is the version you are kind of conscious of, and then they have the subconscious clarification. And I feel like it's basically, this is telling me about you. So what this tells me about you is you feel like I'm hearing, if I'm not perfect, how will I manifest a partner? That is completely wrong. Okay, I will tell you that now. It's completely wrong. It's actually the opposite of that. And I want to cry because this is so accurate to my life. Like, this is, oh my gosh, this is actually so accurate to my life. This is literally coming straight from my body right now. I have been taught to be perfect. Like, I'm just going to tell you right now, I've been taught to be perfect. I've been taught to, if I am not exactly what my parents want, what my family wants, what my old friends wanted, then I was never accepted. And this is because it's their personality and they are dodgy people. But basically, what happened is the paradox is, people teach you from their own corrupt feelings that you have to be perfect. What is perfect? That is why it messes you up, because there's no specific cookie cutter thing as perfect. Do you know what's perfect? God, nature, fresh air, food from the ground. That's what's perfect, because it aligns with you. If something doesn't align with you, my love, it's not perfect for you. It's corrupt, it's wrong, it's off. So don't try to fit a mold. Do not try to be perfect. Just be as comfortable as you can in your body. That's enough, okay? That's the paradox, is I have to be perfect, but I'm miserable. So you're not perfect, are you? But you are as a person, you're perfect. And that's what I want to talk to you about. There's a lot of there's a lot of family stuff going on in this group. There's a lot of like family upbringing, and like how your family taught you how to love yourself, like consciously or subconsciously. Most likely it's subconsciously. Okay, so we're going to pick some zodiac signs and some astrology cards. Okay, let me shuffle. Let's see what's going on. Love it. Beautiful. Right, this is really fun. So we have the 10th house of reputation. Okay. We have Uranus and Jupiter in the reverse. All right. And then we have Aries. So what this is basically telling me is, like I say, you guys are the hard workers, and obviously everyone's a hard worker, but for you guys, you are very specific. You are the perfectionist, okay? And I'm not saying that's your personality. I'm just saying that's how you functioned. Basically, what I see is you are shifting your career. Your career will shift, but also you could easily manifest this person through your job, because you're there all the time, right? That's your job is you. So I feel like it's the only time when you're at the house, I'm hearing as well. So that could be easily how you meet them. I'm hearing we met the old-fashioned way. So you meet in person. I don't see you being online. You could, so for some of you, like I'm hearing 3% of you on this group could meet on an online dating site, but for the rest of you guys, it will be through your job. Okay, and of course it's going to be for those of you who are you know, if that's what aligns for you. So the reason why we've got Jupiter and Uranus in the reverse is because you're going to feel like things are flipping upside down when you meet, before you meet your person. You're like, Victoria, my life has to be perfect. No, girl, stop it. We don't want that. What we want you to focus on is wholeness for yourself, working on your nutrition and feeling whole within yourself. That's what we want to focus on, is looking after yourself. So you basically meet your person going through a really weird time. Like, you probably would have just moved house, or just got this job, or just had a breakup or something. It's weird. It's really weird. And then boom, there it is. There he is. There she is. It's like, what? And do you know what? You'll meet your person at the most random time when you do not know. And it's so fun because you're like, but God, I'm not ready. And he's like, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. And then we have Aries, which is a brand new start, taking charge. And I also feel like you could meet them traveling. Like this, for some reason, I saw this as a plane. I know it's a car, but intuitively I saw it as a plane. So I feel like this is definitely, yeah. And I think also what happens is with you, my love, is you are very fiery. And what that does is it puts you more in your masculine, and it stops you from really feeling those feelings that you actually need to feel. So what I see is it's like you're very determined, you're courageous, you're very like kind of like not, what's the word, like not narrow-minded, or like focused. You're hyper-focused, but sometimes that can cause you to be disconnected from yourself. So it's a good trait, yes, but you also do need some time to just be with yourself, and I don't think you get that enough to yourself. You know, even if you're by yourself, are you really looking into yourself? Well, I don't know. Depends. So you're basically going to meet your person at the right time for you. This person could have tattoos. They could be an Aries, Virgo, Pisces, anything else, possibly a Sagittarius. There's tattoos around this person. There's artwork. They're very artsy. They're fun. They are like a really hot office worker. That's what I'm hearing. A really hot office worker. So they could work at home, they could work in an office, but either way, I'm seeing like a white shirt and like sleeves being rolled up, and like you can see all the tattoos on their arm, and you're like like you are so hot for this person. They could be a waiter as well. If they're a woman, yeah, I could see that. If they're more on the masculine side, but if they're more on the feminine side as a woman, some tattoos, not loads. And also they have slightly like messy hair. Something about their hair is like messy. I don't know how to explain it, but basically you see it and you're like, damn, I like that. I like that a lot. But this person is very antisocial. So I don't know how to explain it, but they're not antisocial. Okay, when I say antisocial, when I say stuff, I don't always mean that. Antisocial being that they don't go out of the house a lot. When they do go out of the house, they put in the work. They look sexy. Fine as hell. They look really, really great. So I also seeing some of you guys, this person, I'm giving you like loads of different jobs. This person could also own their own shop. I'm seeing like a sunglasses shop, or like a hat shop, scarf shop, just like an accessories store, but it's like specific to one accessory. Motorbikes, I'm hearing massive big engines, like vroom, vroom, vroom. And yeah, just like bright cars, like big bright cars. And yeah, is that it? Okay, we're going to pull some more cards. So, any advice? Let's see, any advice. What you guys need to know in terms of meeting this beautiful human. But I want to tell you something that I learnt from my experience with dating and things like that is you will meet your person through intimacy, okay? You, all the time that you're ignoring yourself, and it's not to say that you have to rush and go do anything else. No, that's not what I'm saying. You will do this when you're ready anyway. But my love, you will meet somebody quicker, I feel, by being your most intimate with yourself. So if there's things that you are ignoring, if there is things that you are scared of feeling, and specifically to do with relationships and how people treat you and things like that, it's going to be more longer to meeting your person, but you will meet them at the right time for you. There is no right time. Not right time. Does that make sense? There is, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, you'll meet them at the right time for you, even if it's not the time that you want. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Right. Let's see what's going on. So we have sensuality and forgiveness. This is for those of you guys who struggle with intimacy with yourself, with others, things like that. lots of shame in the family to do with being intimate physically and things like that. You are being asked to focus on your heart and focus on your gentleness to yourself and balance out how you are being sensual in your life and how you can bring more of that in. And God is really encouraging this. He feels like your creativity, your lust for life. I mean, lust is in a good way, as in like the oomph, not the lust is in the bad one. I mean the creative drive, the spark, the spice that makes you want to get up in the morning. Sometimes that wanes, that's completely fine. But I want you to know that you're in charge of how you look after yourself, okay? If you are burnt out, please look after yourself. You are in charge, so you've got to take the reins on this one. Yes, you can work hard, but you are also a human being. You will burn out, okay? So just be really careful. You will meet your person the more you focus on sensuality and forgiveness for yourself. And if that sparks something uncomfortable within you, that's definitely something that you're looking at. Okay. You are working on balance, how you lack balance in your life, especially you've got Libra or Taurus in your chart ruled by ruled by Venus. Yes, balance is a hard one because especially in society, we are not living naturally. So yes, it is more difficult. What I want to say is you also have a very big purpose on this life, and you also have a random job coming as well for some of you guys. So if you're feeling a bit uncomfortable with your job, you kind of don't know what's going on, I will say just it's going to happen. Like it's going to change for you. And I just saw a spirit in my house. Thank you for coming. Release. Goodbye. Shutting the door. I don't do physical spirits in my videos. Okay, so yeah, I just saw like a grandma or like an elderly lady, and she's just kind of here helping you with what's going on. It could be you could have had this person recently pass. It feels like I'm hearing auntie blah blah, like auntie blah blah, and this woman is not looking healthy. Like okay, I'm going to tell you this. I'm sorry if this is triggering, and we'll be just talking about death for a moment. Okay, so just preface. This woman looks very unhealthy and she looks like she passed away around her 40s. So if this is somebody who has just come into the reading and wants to say hello, they're saying hello, but they're also telling you, especially if you're a woman or if you are a man and you're just burnt out, this person is saying don't end up like me. And I will say to you that you can have a loads amount of money, but my love, you are also a human being, okay? So try not to burn yourself out as much as possible. Learn to say no and have boundaries with your work, okay? Because you will burn yourself out. And that's why sensuality is looming. And I think no amount of money is worth your health. No amount of money is worth this. And even if it's hard, maybe sometimes you won't have a lot of money, that's okay. Some phases, some chapters of your life, you won't have a lot of money. Sometimes you will. That's okay. It's good. It's okay to not be consistently, because you're not a robot, all right? You're not a robot. Remember, you are a human. And I want you to meet somebody who matches you and suits you at your best. So you're going to meet somebody who's also sensual, forgiving, balanced, tender. That's the sort of person you're going to attract, okay? Is there anything else? I feel like I want to just pull one more astrology card. There we go. We have allowing. So you are learned to allow things to happen even if it's not what you want. That's one of the biggest ones for you guys, is the stubbornness. Okay, it's good, but it stresses you out. Okay, so that's your reading. That's your journey to meeting your person. I don't feel like it's going to be too long until you're meeting them, but I will say the timing for this group is not really important. I don't think it will be accurate if I was to tell you anyway. But number 10 is really important. So endings of old cycles, and you got to get rid of that man or that woman who's not treating you well, because they're not your husband or wife. Sorry. Okay, thank you so much. If you want to get a private reading with me, or if you're interested in coaching sessions, if that's something that draws you in, give me an email, because I haven't got them off my website, but if I know that people are interested, I'd love to do a little bit of coaching with you, do a bit of life coaching. We can look into everything you need to know, your career, your love life, how to get you more comfortable with yourself, all those things. So yeah, all that information is down below. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Oh, my throat just did something. Hi, it was like a burp, cough. I don't really know what that was, and now I've got a hot back. Okay, well, now I know we're channeling. Let's get started. Okay, so let's release, cleanse. And we bring in the Lord Jesus Christ. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, please bring in some messages for this beautiful group number 2 who've chosen to watch this video. Please give them information that is accurate, precise and concise, and please give me consent to look into their future partner so we can see what's going on and to give them the best advice for them today. Thank you in Jesus' name, amen. Oh yeah, oh girl. Woo. You guys, it's funny, normally in the group number 3 is this energy. You guys are actually this energy today. So you might normally choose a group number 3. You guys are the creatives. You guys are the people that like to shift up your energy quite a lot. So like you're probably the sort of person that struggles with a 9 to 5 or consistent job, like a job where it's like duh, 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 duh. Even if you're doing a 9 to 5 job, you might do a job that you do different things every day. That is fine for you. If you're not doing enough difference or enough change, you get really bored. And that is actually a normal thing. It's not ADHD. I mean, it is obviously sometimes maybe that, but it's not that. It's like not, oh, it's because I have ADHD, I need that. It's like, no, you just are creative. You're just somebody who likes to think outside the box and likes to do different things, and that's great. So what I would like to focus on today is obviously your love story to meeting your person. But we're going to focus on your creative side too, because that is going to get you to your person, my love, all right? So I want you to stop denying the real version of you, who you truly are. I want you to stop ignoring her and or him. And what I feel is like, it's not about like you need to really do anything. It's mainly just like what you're not, it's what you are doing that is hurting yourself, what you are doing that is burning you out or making you feel sad or making you feel low. Like, I feel like community is encouraged in this group as much as possible. So I would like to encourage you to go join a group if you feel drawn to do that, even if it's online, and just try different things, even if they make you feel burnt out, because I want you to just try it and then pull your energy back, especially if you're an introvert, because maybe that can be quite hard for you. That is going to be how you possibly meet your person. It doesn't have to be that at the group, but this is about you getting out your comfort zone. I want you to chase your happiness. Okay, I want to tell you something that is actually something that I struggle with. Your happiness is on the other side of fear, right? So one thing I've always been scared of is groups. I was always scared of groups, and I actually have my own group. I host my own women's circle. So you'd think that I would be like terrified. Yeah, I was absolute crapping myself the first time I did it. Yes, I actually had a panic attack before I did the first one. So what I want to tell you is, what made me feel really happy is before I actually did my women's group, I wanted to test out my ability to deal with groups, because I've had a lot of like trauma in groups. I've had a lot of like really horrible experiences. And what happened is I joined a sports club and I went to one of the groups, and it was like, I don't know, tennis with like a bit of cardio, and it was so fun. And it wasn't like life-changing where it was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this again. It was like, I did this. Now I know how happy this makes me. I don't even really need a man. Like literally when I did it, I was so happy. I was the most happiest I'd ever been. And do you know what it was? It's because I was so scared of connection, but connection is what I needed. We tend to be scared of things that our body's trying to protect us from, because in the past, maybe it didn't work out and it's like, girl, no, don't do it. Don't do it, please. And it's like, that's your body saying no, but your intuition is saying yes. So what is your intuition saying yes to, but your body is saying no to? And I want you to try at least one of those things. And it will take some time. We'll plant the seed into your subconscious right now, and we'll see if it comes about in the next week or so. But I feel like that's going to be how you attract your person. Partly how you attract them is how you treating your body, how you look after yourself. Are you trying new things? All these different things. This is really random, but I'm getting Pizza Hut and Pizza Express, Pizza Domino's, like something like pizza. Okay, that's your sign. Right, let's get you a couple of these cards. Relationship Oracle. Let's see what's coming through. Okay. Yeah, chest stuff. We've got like a lot of heart stuff is coming in. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Okay, so I got this before. This is another message that I got. I saw like an orange car, or an orange or a yellow car. That could be a car that you get soon. It could be that part of your like your scarcity mindset, your scared mindset is, I'm scared of being seen. So when you get that orange or yellow car, it's saying to your body, I'm safe to be seen. Yeah, so I kind of feel like I want to bring you in a little bit closer. Like that's kind of like what I feel like I want. Yeah, that feels right. That feels better. Okay. That's what you're scared of, is intimacy. You're scared of getting close to people. That's basically what's going on here. Let me just pull you back a little bit and bring you in. There we go. Better. Okay, so we have connection. Yes, that is something that you are working on, is connection. The heart chakra. Yes. So you guys are so loving, you're so kind, but you've been messed around so much and it's really put you off people. But it's like you want people. You want to be with people who have integrity. You want to be around people who are kind and gentle and treat you right. And so be it. That's what's going to happen, my love. If you are like who you are, there is somebody else like you. Trust me. And it's coming from personal experience. Yeah. So why people are like, you're glowing so much? Yeah, I wonder why. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You guys are really looking at connection at this time. And before you meet your person, you are going to learn connection. God is going to teach you how to connect. He's going to get you in environments, even if it's just a tiny bit, to get you in there, okay? So I want to tell you, this is really random, but how your metabolism is how you are in attracting things. So for example, for me, I have a high metabolism, so I'm like in, out, in, out, in, out. Food goes in, it comes out. Like, not literally, I don't think it literally does that, but how food affects me is if it goes in my mouth, it's going to hit my stomach probably in about 10 seconds. For a lot of people, if you've got a slow metabolism, it doesn't do that. It doesn't affect you that quickly. So if I was to say have like milk, I'm fine with milk, but sometimes if it's got chemicals in it, it affects me really badly. So how I deal with things, because I've got a high metabolism, is when I interact with something, I feel it quickly because of that high metabolism. It doesn't help. That's how my energy works. So if you have a slow metabolism, your energy is more slower. It's more gentler. It's more slow burn. So you kind of have to experience, if you have a slow metabolism, you tend to experience stuff over a period of time. Whereas for me, I don't really need to do that. As the same with my energy. And it could be, even if your energy is like that, most of the time, if you've got a slow metabolism, that is how you interact with life. Don't quote me on it. It's just something I'm channeling. So what I feel is, if you have like a high metabolism, you only need to interact with a few things in short bursts. So for me, it was like I had to just do that sports group, done. That's it. I don't need to keep doing it. Yeah. So, and now I've done it, I'm good. But with slow metabolism people, you might need a couple of goes at it just to really see how you feel. It's like, but you'll know, you'll be like, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try it again. Maybe one more time. I want you to know that that's okay. Even if you're not sure about something, it's okay to try it again. Like that's what I want you to know as well. Okay. That's your journey to meeting your husband and your wife. So I feel like you are really focused on your heart chakra. This is going to be the key to meeting your man or your woman. All right. It is the key. It is the key, right? How much are you focused on your heart? How much are you focused on your own journey and loving yourself? Things like that. So the more you are in your heart, you're focused on the heart in your life, that is going to be how you meet your person. Okay. So I want you to focus on how to bring more of this into your life. And it could be as simple as doing something on the side of your life, even just like altering your day in the morning, like doing a bit of yoga for yourself to crack that heart open a little bit. Do some exercise that makes the lungs expand a bit more. Doing some nighttime yoga. Listen to music that helps your energy get lighter. These are things that are going to bring you to your man. And do you know why? Or your woman. And do you know why? It's because you are getting to the highest version of your energy's up. And I'm not even going to tell you about manifestation where it's like, as long as your energy is good, you're going to meet your person. No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not actually a thing, because you can't be consistently happy or high vibrational all the time because you're a human being. But what I would say has worked for me is to basically just like, I like to get my energy reset as much as possible because I'm a projector, I'm very sensitive. So what I find is if I keep resetting my energy and I keep doing things that are good for me, it really does help me genuinely cope with life. It really does help me cope. So with integrity, your career, your job is really about integrity. So if you're doing a job and you think this is really against my integrity, it will start to get worse and worse. I'm sorry. It's going to show up. That is going to be once you have quit or moved or changed or altered it a little bit. That is going to be when after that will be when you meet your person. I think it's basically about looking, like God will force you to look into yourself. So if there's any part of you that is not integral, it is going to be looked at. No, you don't have to be perfect. No, you don't have to be this perfect cookie cutter person, but these are the aspect that you're looking at to meet your person, which is connection, your heart chakra, and integrity. These are like 3 of the main things. And this is so random, but I'm seeing like the nursery rhyme, hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. So it's basically like maybe you feel like you're chasing something that's not good for you and you keep like falling back down again. Some sort of addiction, could be lust, something like that, where it's like, you know, it's bad for me, but I'm gonna and drop. Like, it could be like a dopamine addiction, it could be a phone addiction. Yes, I'm talking to you. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody. It's like this need to rush, force, push. Yeah, you're gonna find out that that's not the right thing to do. Commitment. Oh girl, that's the mouse. That's the mouse. It's like, I'm committed. I'm like, but like, what are you committing to? It's like, I need to get up this clock. And it's like, but why? Like, you literally have a mouse family in the wall. Like, go home. But it's like, I need to. It's like, in a society, we are very lost anyway. Let's be real. But if you can focus on something where you are committed and you can see it through, that's what God is asking you to do. He's asking you to find what is on your heart and commit to it, even if it's something small. I just feel like you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's so specific to you. It could be something like, I haven't journaled for a while. I'm really feeling the need to journal, but I'm not going to journal because I don't really deserve it. Journal. Get your fucking journal out. Like, I feel like there's something about receiving tiny things. And this is really, really accurate to me because I have that too. It's like, I'm not going to buy that because it's like, you know, I can't afford it. Even if I can. I don't want it. But it's only because I feel like, for me, possibly in my subconscious, when I started to, you know, receive stuff, I got bashed for it. And I did. I used to get crapped all over when I used to get good stuff, or I used to get stuff taken away from me when it was good. So I never wanted good stuff because it was like, I can't receive that. So now I'm feeling more safe. It's okay. So I feel like that's what's happening for you, my love. And also, you want to learn a lot from this person. You want to learn integrity from your person. Your person's very integral. They're really lovely. For your person, I feel like I'm getting like a tropical energy. They could be from a tropical country. They are from a place where you are not residing yet, so you probably will move there, or you meet them online. For some of you guys, this is the online group. You can meet them through an online gaming like platform. It could be anything from gaming to like Discord to Facebook, dating apps, you know, all that stuff. It's very much like to do with that. It could also be like just through games, things like that, board games, video games, stuff like that. Okay, or sports. Okay, this is a nice message. So, to not be specific, God is asking you, what are you allowing? And this is to do with your relationships. What are you allowing to let slide? Where are you allowing people to take hold of your energy and control you? Where are you allowing people to make you focus on, like where are you stopping yourself from growing out of fear? What are you being tempted by that you know is probably not good for you? Okay, where are you allowing people to control you? So you feel like you have to people please because it's directly affecting you. You see this cracking in the heart here? That heart is what needs to happen. Your heart will crack open before you meet your person. You'll probably get a little bit like chest pain or something like that. So if you get like random chest pain, obviously I'm not a doctor, so please seek a medical professional. I feel like you could get like some sort of heart pain and then forget about it and then you meet your person. Because for some reason it's like heart activations are definitely happening. I just feel like, my love, you've felt so closed off because it's scary to be close to people. It feels scary and you're so scared. But I feel like you're going to get guided to connect with people and then you're going to meet your person. You can even meet them through. I just feel like groups are important for this group, whether it's even like just one tiny group that you go to or even a Facebook group. There's something that you're drawn to in terms of community because community is scary. Like, we've kind of been forced to like be so independent and it's not healthy, and you know, for a reason, for the agenda. But anyway, okay, so we have this Leo, lovely. So Leo is all about being seen, not being scared of being seen. So lots of fire signs. I'm picking up all the fire signs in this group. I'm also picking up on all the heavy fixed. So like Scorpios and Tauruses, you guys are kind of intense. So yeah, I'm picking up on you guys too. And possibly maybe Aquarius, but I'm not too sure on that. But yeah, we have Leo, the lover. Your person is going to be creative, loving, self-confident, flirtatious. They have a lot of ability to like get out onto paper what they see in their head. So they are very artistic, they're very fun, creative, they love glitter, they love glam, they love everything over the top. They love anything that is like, look at me, but not in like a vain way. They are fun, they have lots of activities, they have quite a few friends. So if you don't really have a lot of friends, they'll have a lot of friends and vice versa. This person also has quite a consistent job. They do have maybe 2 to 3 jobs as well, because they kind of want to do different things, but each of them pays, I'd say, quite well. Some of them, for some of you guys, this person could be an influencer, someone on camera, a TV show, actor, voice actor, artist, something to do with like screenwriting, directing. Okay, so you're going to meet this person in a really random way, especially if you work with film or film sets. You can meet them through that, but it's also about like you're going to be releasing this fear of being seen before you meet them, so that will come up definitely. And I also feel like you could if it's not going to be physically, it's going to be through technology. So like I say, Facebook or something, or an online chat, or even something like a VR chat. This person's also very intimate, they're very sensual, they're very sexual. They don't hold back, which is really, really cool. And this person's also releasing this fear of intimacy, which is really lovely. So both of you are going to be quite closely intimate together when you meet each other. Let's get you a few specifics, because I feel like I've been quite vague in this reading. So I'm going to get you a angel number. I love this. Pick a stick. Let's pick a stick. Okay, so we have 555, 111, and 777. Okay, so it says a good luck charm is a secret weapon. A pen can reveal our innermost secrets to ourselves. I did say journaling. And without change, there is no growth. And I think that's something that you guys are so scared of, is change. And that's what a lot of us are scared of, because it's the unknown. But you have to step into the unknown if you're ever going to change. If you're ever going to meet that love of your life, that husband, that wife who's going to completely dedicate themselves to you, you need to change. There's parts of you that will need to change, and your life will change. And I think that's something that keeps us stuck, is we tend to not want to change. And I think that's what's scary, because if anything, it's actually more scarier staying the same, because your life will always look incredibly boring. Like you will always be stuck in the exact same place. So don't be afraid to change, even if it's just something small. Okay, especially around other people. So I'm going to pull you some playing cards and see what the journey is, if there's anything else I'm missing. Okay, God is saying you need some sort of stress relief as well, whether it be fitness or intimacy or something. Okay, right, so if you get the ick around someone coming up to you and talking to you, it's probably not them. So I see you being quite magnetic before you meet your husband or wife. So there's a person that might come up to you and might want to talk to you. If you get the ick, it's probably not them. You're going to actually really fancy this person when you see them. You're going to be like immediately attracted to them. You're not going to be immediately attracted in a way you've been attracted to the other people, because that was probably from your trauma. This time it's actually like, oh, they seem nice. They seem like a nice person. Your people who you are interested in will also change. So you might not even fancy, say you've always fancied brown hair. This person has blonde hair. All of a sudden you fancy blonde hair. Like, I don't feel like I feel like your taste will change. For some reason about cycling I'm getting as well, cycling in Wales. I don't know why I'm getting that. Not the animal, the actual, like the country. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands and we have the Page of Swords. So there's a definite need for you to like be more on it when it comes to certain people, and you are going to have a lot of experience with some dodgy people. But I think you would have already, I feel like just 1 or 2 more people left before you meet your person. And then we have the Eight of Swords. You will be very direct with your person when you meet them. You would have learnt directness, bluntness, and compassion for yourself, and boldness, which is really great. Lots of Leo traits. Yeah, lots of Leo traits. And we have the Four of Pentacles as well. So you may have saved up for a house and have gotten a mortgage by the time you meet your person, or you could be renting for the first time. But there's a sense of like God will put you in a place for commitment, because if you're ready for commitment to one singular person, you will be pushed to be committed to your life in certain ways. So for me, before I met my boyfriend, I need to be committed to myself where I was renting. I didn't want to rent. I did not want to rent, but I was kind of pushed to do it. So I rented, and I thought, when I felt this sense of commitment for myself and like my responsibility, because I'm very responsible with money, but when it comes to actually like being responsible for this house and renting and stuff like that, I felt such a sense of commitment, and I thought, oh, this is going to get me to my man. I knew it would, because I thought, I'm being prepared for my husband. I knew I was. So I feel like that's what's happening, is you get that also. You get that sense of responsibility. So it's whatever it is. It's going to feel, you're going to feel it in your heart. You're going to be like, there it is. It could be opening a bank account. It could be downloading an app of some kind that makes you feel responsible. It could be looking after your diet. It's something specific to you, because even I'm very responsible with money, and I didn't want to rent, but renting to me is like, it's, you know, you got a consistent amount of money and a lot of money coming out your bank account every month, so you've got to be responsible with it, you know. Even though I was paying for like Airbnbs for 3 years, like, honestly. Anyway, enough about me. But basically, you are learning responsibility even in the most confusing way. I'm also getting opticians. Your person could be an optician. So in terms of this person, there's really nothing else I want to say. It's mainly just about you focusing on what aligns you and feels right for you. It's all about feeling in this group, okay? But yeah, I definitely am getting a lot of creatives. Your person could also like gambling or have dealt with gambling. So that's something you would have worked on. Also, this person is definitely a leader. They are very strong. They are very courageous. They love working out, you know, all the things. And yeah, is there anything else? Oh, freedom. You are learning freedom in a certain way. Go out there and start it. I want you to try that now. Whatever that is, go for it. So thank you so much, my lovely. I hope you have a lovely day. And if you would like to get a reading with me, I'm looking at doing coaching. So if you want to get a coaching session with me or a few sessions, then please give me an email. I want to see if there's anyone interested in it. I would love to start that. But yeah, it'll be intuitive coaching. So I'll look into a lot of different things. But I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading. Oh, okay, you've got a very different one. I know we have. So let's release, cleanse. And here we go. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, please bring in some messages for group number 3. Please allow me to focus on their future partner and allow me to get precise, connected messages. Thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. Ooh, number 6 and number 11. And a play park, like a children's play park. And I'm getting tingles. Someone is looking at like children and being like, I really want them. I really want some children. So if you are able to have children biologically, I definitely see that is definitely a thing for you. If you want it, it's probably coming. Especially if you've been through a lot. There's a contrast here. It's like, yeah, you've been through a lot. Yeah, you're deserving it. You're going to get it. Okay. There's a sense of like challenge. I'm hearing challenge and companionship. Oh, this is a good message. So I want to tell you this first. I want to tell you what's going on with this beautiful 4 of Wands. What I feel for you is you guys have been through a lot, and you subconsciously think that it has to be hard, otherwise it's not worth it. That is definitely what's been holding you back in some ways. Okay, so that's why maybe you've dealt with like physical or mental illnesses or issues, because you subconsciously, and also maybe it's the way you've been taught, the way you've been brought up, is to like be very just like, you are so used to hardship, or basically like it's like I have to grind to get there. Like my family crossed rivers to get to each other. It's like, yeah, but that's not you and your person. Like, yeah, of course, that's amazing how people do things like that. But it's like the torture of, or this is quite a sensitive subject, so I'm just going to warn you guys, this might be quite sensitive. I just feel like you have to like be, it's like if it's not hard work, if you're not miserable, it's not hard work. I don't know how to explain this, but part of you feels, it's the chase, that's what it is. So you have been taught to like chase people, like chase everything. Otherwise it's not worth doing. That is not it, sis. That's what's kept you hidden. That's what's kept you in the dark. So you then attract people who don't ever do the work, because then you think, I can fix you. Yay. So this might be you now or in the past, and you are recovering from this. And you are then, after this, meeting your person. I think you guys are actually the closest to meeting your person. Sorry, group number 1 and 2, but group number 3, it seems ahead of the game. I'm joking, everyone's different. But what I feel like is this group is quite close, I feel, to meet your person. You're probably the only group, I think. You're the only group who has a really good timing. I think you could easily meet them within a month. Possibly. All right? Don't quote me on that. Let's get you some cards. Okay, I Need You Now by Lady Antebellum. I said I wouldn't call, but I lost stock and dropped. No, that one. So that song is kind of, I don't really know much about the lyrics. I know about the lyrics, but I don't really listen to them. So what I'm hearing is it's like the sadness, the grief, pain, suffering. Like that's how I meet my husband, my wife. No, that's not how you meet your husband or wife. That's keeping you stuck in just nervous system breakdown. Basically, yeah, you got union. Okay, that's the first card that came out. That's why I was so happy. Number 44. And you know what's really funny is we got 44 and we got 4 of Wands. Hey girl. So basically it isn't going to be difficult to meet your person. That's what I want to tell you right now. It's easy. But I would like to encourage a connection to spirit, Christ, God, ancestors, whatever, like whoever you feel most drawn to, because I feel like you need someone to lean on and something to lean on. So you need some sort of faith that's going to keep you sane, that's going to keep you connected to your soul. So what I feel is the more expressive you can be in who you are, the more outrageously you can be, leaking it out of you is going to be how you meet your person. You don't have to like be a dancer to like look really dodgy. You don't have to be a dancer to meet your person. Like you don't have to be outrageously woohoo. But what I feel is it's how much are you pushing down of your personality that's keeping you stuck. Yes, 100%. Now I'm saying that I'm getting angry. Like that's what I feel. I feel it's rage. Like I'm just so annoyed that I have to be like this. Like I just don't want to be like this anymore. So I'm getting a couple of names as well. I'm getting Chris, Kim, Tam, Tabitha, Catherine, Sarah, Samantha. I'm getting Samoyed. I think it might be a dog breed. Samoyed. I'm not sure. But I'm also hearing like skiing, slaying, slay, slay. I don't mean to do that. It just comes out my mouth. No, but you are slaying. On a sleigh, so you could be in a wintry country, or you could meet this person in a wintry country, or it's something like a wintry film, something like that. But what I hear is like a lot of romantic films, they end up being really depressing. That's why I don't watch them, because it makes you think like you have to sacrifice your life for a person. That's not actually how you meet your person. You'll never have to sacrifice your life for another person. Yeah, you might have to like give a few objects up if you're moving house with them, or you might have to like, you know, expect to give up your body to have a baby, but you're not giving up anything. You're just living life. You're combining your life with somebody else's. There's no sacrifice. I don't like the word sacrifice. It's very martyrish. I don't really like that. So that's kind of been how you've worked. And I want to tell you all the lies about like you don't need to be like, you don't have to like don't expect yourself to have to be like so like what your parents want, for example, or like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but you are everything you need. Like everything you feel, all the emotions you feel, you are fully equipped to deal with them. Okay. I'm getting like a kind of a stomach ache, so some of you guys are allergic to something, so please honor your belly, because like your digestive system's really being kicked in the nuts right now. Like my stomach feels weird. I don't really like it. So if you it doesn't feel good. So if you guys have dealt with like what's the word, allergies, like just don't do that to yourself. Okay, God is saying no. Eat your greens, drink your water, eat your greens. Right, anyway. I'm gonna stop being a mother now. I can't help it. I am the mother. I'm the tarot mother. Okay, so we have abundance. Yeah. So your relationship is going to be so incredibly abundant. You're going to feel this sense of just peace, happiness, joy. Like you're going to feel so great. And you're going to feel that before you meet your person, by the way. It's not just going to be like meet in person, boom. Because you would think, thing is, that's the thing, right? You would think that you have to rely on a man or a woman to feel like that. And you don't. Okay. So God gets you at your most comfortable with yourself. So when you meet your person, you're not reaching for them for that emotion. So say you meet someone and they coming in and they make you feel really good about yourself, but you felt like crap before you met them. Like, you know that there was still a bit of healing to do, but you met someone, you want to be with them. You then attach that emotion, that feeling of goodness to them, because you're like, well, they came in and they made me feel good. And it's like, no, girl, that's all you. But the only way we feel like that is when we're in an actual healthy relationship. We tend to feel like they've got something we don't have is when we're in a toxic relationship. They make you feel, even in their energy, that you're not good enough. So if you energetically feel drained by somebody, they're not your man, they're not your wife, okay? So how are you going to meet your person? Let's get you a couple of playing cards. I want to pull you a Eternal Crystals. This is so nostalgic. Oh, I remember getting that. That's one of my favourite decks. Okay. What does God want to say? It actually says God as well. I love that. It says, the energy of soul activates our connection to the part of us that is closer to the higher realms, God or the divine. And you could be in a godly relationship where you both believe in Christ or God, and you feel at peace. You feel that sense of peace that is God. It's this wholeness, you know? And it's not me being religious. I mean, yeah, it's my faith, but it's just true. It's the heart, you know, it's earth, it's nature, it's love. It's just unconditional love. That's what we're all looking for. That's what we're all looking for. And God is really happy I'm talking about him. I can feel it. He's like, yay. Yay, let's talk about him. Okay, so, right, we have the Queen of Pentacles with a Joker. So what I see is there's a sense of like, if I actually put myself first, I'm gonna get pushed under the rug. I'm not gonna get successful. That's a lie. That's not true. Actually, it's the opposite. It's when I do invest in myself, you get everything you want. That's how you manifest your man, okay? And yeah, we have the Page of Swords. All the people that are not good for you will be gone. Be gone. And they're not good for you anyway. Honestly, you do not want to pick up the trash. That's not your job. Unless it is, then well done. But good. But if it's not your job, then it's not your job, okay? So basically, yeah, take out the trash. Right, so we've got the Six of Wands and the Ace of Wands. I feel like you could meet this person at a gym, something to do with fitness. It could be something to do with a class, baking, cycling, online dating, possibly. Very specific dating site, not all of them. It could be through your mother, father, or a friend. So I know it's so random, I'm giving you so many options, but I want to give you lots of options because you're not going to know. Like that's the tea, because they're so special. If you knew, it would ruin it. When they give you a key to their house, it's really specific, like the way it looks. It could be like a gold or have like a really pretty handle or like a really colourful something or other on it. I can just see this key and it's like, this is yours now. And you feel like, ooh, this is great. And you're like, yay. Like they could, the person you're connecting with could live in an apartment. I don't see this person... I mean, they could, okay, I feel like if they're 40 or over, they're probably going to have like quite a nice house detached, blah, blah, blah. If they're younger, it's not just because of the age. I mean, yeah, that helps. But I feel like just mainly it's just how God is like putting these people into brackets. So 40 and up, possibly like, detached, their own house. If they're under that, they're probably going to have like a flat, an apartment, or some sort of smaller house, but they probably wouldn't have paid it off. Okay, so now we have the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So you could easily, like I say, meet this person through a friend or something like that. I just feel like you're going to meet them in such a random way. You might get a couple of physical symptoms before you meet them. I don't see you meeting this person too far away. Honestly, I think you are getting ready for them now. I think you are ready to burst forth. I think you have this bursting forth energy that you just want to go, but you don't know where to go. There's a reason for that. It's because you're getting ready for it. You are in the period of transition. Like you're embodying the emotion of transition. Like you are embodying actual transition. That's why it's uncomfortable, because you're like, I don't know where I am. And it's like, girl, you're not meant to know. Okay, that's why. Right, let's get you a couple more cards. Let's see. This is the Threads of Fate Lumen Edition Oracle, by the way, if you want to know. So I'm getting a couple of backgrounds in terms of countries. I'm going to tell you what those are now as I'm getting them. I'm getting Spain, Scotland, China, Thailand, Bali, France, India. Okay, so You are being called to create. And I don't mean create as in do something creative, like do some artwork or something. No, it's actually stuff that really makes you think, why am I doing this? God, why are you making me do this? Oh, did you hear my stomach go? That's a sign. I need to eat something. Maybe you need to eat something too. Go eat something. Go. But also, the creation and dare to dream, this is saying that you are needing to, okay, you're also coming into this, there's not really much you need to do, but also this is to do with you focusing on your life fully, that is yours, focusing on it and putting yourself first, okay? Stop doing that course you don't want to do. Stop doing that job you don't want to do. It's not helping you. It's actually delaying everything. So yeah, you are going to be deconstructing your boundaries, okay? How you see your boundaries, and your partner is going to be so loving to your boundaries. This person is love, okay? If you feel like you're alone, you're not. You're going to meet your other half. I hate that saying, but it's true. Like, it's not saying you actually is an other half, but you're going to meet somebody who is so much like you, okay? They look similar to you. They've got similar hair color. Very hardworking. I'm hearing this person could work underground. So they could literally work on the underground in London, or they could work in a stables, like somewhere they work is quite dark. Or they could work as an electrician, so they're in like holes and stuff. They could work in the sewers. They could work in somewhere, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of that. But yeah, I feel like you guys you're going to learn a lot about your boundaries. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to push your boundaries, because God is waking you up to where you're not putting boundaries in place. Okay, so let's cleanse this deck. Okay, I haven't used this since I moved house, so let's see what this deck has to give. I love this deck. It's one of my favorites. Okay, I'm excited. Ooh, this one. I'm going to get 3. I love this deck. So beautiful as well. I love the back. This is the Eternal Crystals Oracle, if you're interested, by the way. Love it. Love it. Right, you're going to get your heart chakra ultimately cracked open, by the way. Like, relationships is going to be a big one for you in the next couple of months. Yep, lovely. Ruby, passion, root, and sacral chakras. Okay, so this is to do with you and your worth and how you see yourself and loving yourself so unconditionally, even if it hurts, even if it feels painful. Pain is actually good sometimes because it means you're changing. Then we have Jade, which is the heart chakra. This is about you getting your heart chakra cracked open in various different ways. So somebody may hurt you, and that's actually good, because we want to wake you up. We want to get you to a place where you're able to see yourself clearly, because you do not deserve to live in survival mode all the time. And then we have fluorite, third eye chakra. So your intuition knows, okay? Your intuition knows when this is the right person, okay? And leading up to this person, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. And like I say, responsibility. You're learning a lot about responsibility now. And you're learning how to really be responsible with yourself. It could be something as simple as taking the bus. Like, you've never taken the bus before, and that's scary for you. It's like something that's really simple for other people, or you think is simple for other people, but it's quite difficult for you. So it could be something like you want to have your own business, and then you got to do your taxes, stuff like that. It's like really things that is practical, but you don't want to do them because you know you're going to get, and I think you know you're going to get somewhere. I think that's why you don't want to do it. Yeah, that is. God says, yeah, that's why. Because your body's trying to protect you. So let's get you some star signs. This has come up 3 times. Semi-sextile allowing. Also, this is your reminder to water your plants. That could be part of you being practical and responsible. We have Capricorn. Your person is a Capricorn, or they have Capricorn qualities. Their job is very stable, very consistent. They are reliable, ambitious. They're wise, traditional, structured. They're very, very responsible. So if you want to have children, you can guarantee this person will look after your kids, and they'll do an amazing job. The numinous mystery, this person's quite spiritual. You both are quite spiritual. You both have a strong faith, or you have strong spirituality, and you both are going to move in quite quickly as well when you meet each other. The bed would be rocking. People don't come knocking. Okay. And then we have Mercury. So I do feel like the communication, the conversation is going to be so amazing between both of you. Like both of you, it's going to be really clear, concise. Like both of you speak very the same. You both could have quite strong accents as well, or the same accent. And you both learn a lot through each other's language. So especially if one of you doesn't speak the same language, you're going to learn a lot from this person. And it might be funny where you start learning, I know, Spanish, and then you meet a Spanish man or you meet a Spanish woman, or you're learning Arabic and you meet an Arabic person. So there's just so many different things. I love this. This is so lovely. And then we have hematite. Yeah, so you're working on your root chakra right now. So you could be going through a lot of change financially and with your security. And I've got a locked jaw right now. My jaw feels quite locked. So it feels like to me that you're really working on that root chakra. It feels beautiful, my love. I love this so much. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you want to get a reading with me, all the information is down below. I am looking at doing some coaching and intuitive coaching. So if that's something you would like to look into, please give me an email. I would like to try it, but I'm not sure who's be interested. So give me an email if you're interested. That's it. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope this helped you. I'm looking forward for you to meeting this person. They seem so lovely. And I hope you have the most amazing day. Bless.